Hi, Collective. Aniela Akarina here as we continue on the journey to self-love, self-growth, transformation, connecting with my higher self as you connect with your higher self on this journey of transformation for every situation, recognizing that there's nothing more sexier than being your authentic self, your authentic truth, being who you are at all times. As always, if you're on this channel, you realize that you are the divine feminine and or the divine masculine who are on this journey of self-love, knowing that I will always be unapologetically me. And before I invite the presence of the Most High God, Christ consciousness, the highest level of spirituality, very high vibrational, pure white light type of energy, which has nothing but ethics, integrity, purity, morality, the highest level of spirituality, you recognize and understand that I affirm certain things. First and foremost, I do not give permission to anyone, okay, to impose their will in my life. Affirming, I am empowered, I am radiant. I radiate a strong sense of self acceptance. My gifts are not ever for the taking. Okay, I am the divine feminine and I am worthy of loving myself deeply. I am blessed. I am proud of who I am. I am a unique expression of the divine and I cannot be replaced. I cannot be duplicated in any way. I am worthy. I am whole. I am a goddess. I am purposeful. And guess what? I am in alignment with my authentic self, tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Okay, and I love who I am and the person I am becoming. All right, I've been healing, I've been praying, I've been saging, I've been meditating. Okay, I accept positive change in my life and I hope you do too. Okay, I am filled with humility and I am enough as I am. Okay, affirmations are affirmations of who and what you profess to be in your unique persona as you continue on this journey, living out your thoughts and dreams. And why not do it with your higher self who created you in the first place? Okay, so inviting in the presence of Christ consciousness, the Most High God, and his help, asking him for his help and his loving energy to bring help and healing, hope and light. May his divine love bless us and inform us. May inspiration guide this experience and bring wisdom to my heart and mind and bring blessings and guidance to yours. This is part 41 of the series entitled Teleport Me, Connecting with My Higher Self, helping you connect with your higher self. And just so you know, whenever I do any reading, they're always blessed with love, with light, with joy, with happiness, with morality, with ethics, with integrity for the highest good of whoever it may resonate with. Okay? Sometimes I may do a random read, and if I do, know that the energy is fluid and I read it accordingly in the moment. It could resonate with your past, your present, or your future, and every message does not resonate with everyone, so take what does and leave the rest. Okay, so let's begin on this magnificent transformative journey, recognizing our worth, recognizing our purpose, acknowledging that gifts are not for the taking, at least mine aren't, knowing when to make the right decisions at the right time, recognizing that nothing is more sexier than my authentic truth, welcoming and inviting you to be your authentic self, choosing to see yourself in a positive divine light, and embracing this journey of how to be loving again, which is our true nature. Okay, this is by Danielle, LaPorte, How to Be Loving, the deck for resilience, for kindness, and all kinds of idealism as we remember who and what we are. Okay, so let's see. As always, inviting in my guides too to deliver messages for the highest good okay, in the order necessary for us to learn and embrace. We have a few cards left on this six-part series of how to be loving again. So the first is choosing to expand, okay? So the soul's objective is to expand our consciousness, to free our life force and increase our oneness and awareness, okay? Expansion recognizes or obliterates previous structures because then there's growth, there's change. An expanded consciousness reveals new capabilities we couldn't even imagine from our contracted point of view. Love is what lifts our consciousness higher. It's a choice. You have free will. Do I put on this black shoe or do I put on the blue shoe? Do I walk or do I run? Do I sit or do I stand? Do I do this job or do I do that? We always have free will. We always have the chance to expand. And how do we expand? We follow what feels good. We take our thoughtful journey, thought by thought, to raise our vibration higher, to lift our feelings to a space of joy, which then invites in our higher self. And so in doing so, we don't look away. We look with softer eyes, with a more loving state of being, right? We witness the suffering, which is an act of healing. It's almost like sunlight on blight. And there's this push-pull revelation. There's a reaching and falling, and this free will be sort of gentle with ourselves and others, right? Because they have assisted in propelling ourselves forward. Also, I'm getting some people don't like, and this is just a random psychic thought, that I use my mind for her holy purposes, or some people don't like people to use their mind for holy purposes, okay? Because identification as divine nature, as our soul, allows our consciousness to expand. To even entertain the concept of being innately divine raises our frequency. And as you noticed before I began, I instantly made a reference to me affirming that I am the divine feminine. And I said, if you're on this channel, you are the divine feminine or the divine masculine. So you identify as a divine nature, as a soul who is willing to allow your consciousness to expand, to grow, to evolve, which is why I always invite the Most High God in to facilitate this journey. Just think about being higher energy and you generate higher energy. This is the holiest use of the mind. And this is thinking on purpose. It's kind of the law of intention, or the law of deliberate intent. It's creating with intent, on purpose, with our soul, which is what we all came forth to do in the first place. And most people waste our thoughts in the past, worrying about what happened in the past, worrying about the future, and never really staying present to what's going on right now. And what's happening right now is, right now we're learning how to love again. We're learning how to see the light in ourselves. We're witnessing revelation and freeing our soul. We're looking with softer eyes right now, in this moment, in this present moment, in this present, in this gift. And we're choosing to expand and lifting our consciousness higher, to invite our soul back in so that we could see where we're going. Because remember, you are not the wound, you are the healer, right? And so Jesus told us to turn the other cheek. And what did he mean by that? See things from a higher perspective. Out of every bad, there's good. And so you have to reach for it, right? Because the ego, the false mind, helps you to zoom in on what you don't want to deal with, the pain and the suffering, when in fact you can reach for the good, which is in everything. And so you are the consciousness that's observing the thoughts. Sometimes I like to say, I am not my thoughts. I am not my mind. I am not my body. I am the soul. I am the light. And that's the thing, because you're observing You're the observer of the thoughts. You're the observer of the feelings. You're the observer of the physical sensations you may feel in your body. You are the eternal loving presence that's witnessing your current personality and your body having a particular experience. And that means that you can bring your consciousness to the pain to transform it into healing. So you are not the wound, you are the healer. And sometimes you can ask your body, what is it that I need to learn from this experience? What am I not feeling, or what am I not recognizing in this feeling that you're giving me? Okay? And you can integrate that. Okay? You try to dump your old self, just makes that self grip harder. So what we're trying to get rid of is usually the exact part of ourselves that needs more love. So you can bring it along to your new future, but no fragmented self left behind. So it's kind of like you have to heal the energy, if you would, which is thoughts. And so how do you do that? You have to take the emotional journey. And how do you do that? Well, thought by thought by thought. Or you can meditate and stop thought and raise your vibration. You can go for a walk. You can do things that make you happy. But that's in alignment with your soul. And that's how you integrate it. You can also transform your relationship with the challenge, and the challenge itself will transform. Okay? And so we bring all the parts forward with us. The old is not left behind. It's integrated into your heart and fuels the rise of your energy frequency. That's how real change happens. So you heal the past, and the past is, I like to say, the past is a canceled check, right? And so you can only revisit it in thought. And so it's no point in going back to pain and suffering, right? You embrace what happened, you leave it there, and you move on. You move forward, and you focus on where you're going and not where you came from. Because then you release victimhood, victim mode, always being a victim, and embracing who you are, watching the thoughts of what's important to you, what raises your vibration, what lifts your frequency, what makes you happy. And that's about resiliency, which is basically adaptability. It's making space, inviting more options, inviting yourself to think about more things that make you happy. It changes your mind. It lets go of restrictive type of ideologies. It's a pivot. There's no force, there's no enduring, there's no sucking it up. It's rather a form of adaptation, or adapting, or expanding, because you're not the wound, you're the healer. You're the observer. You're paying attention to what was, what you need to do in terms of thoughts to remedy it, taking those steps, and then moving forward. And so seeing things with softer eyes, witnessing the suffering, and healing like sunlight, okay? And freeing yourself and using your mind on purpose. Using your mind as the divine nature of your soul, allowing your consciousness to expand, allowing yourself to entertain the concept of being innately divine, raising your frequency intentionally, and being that higher energy and generating higher energy. It's the best way to be. It's nothing sexier than that. And unapologetically the way to be. You know, it's the best way to manifest quickly. Freeing yourself from negative holes. Be here now. Eckhart Tolle, if you're familiar with him, he's a wonderful transformative leader who always tells you, be here now. It's the new earth. And what does that mean? Well, we're recognizing in this time of awakening that we are spiritual beings having human experiences. Okay? Knowing that there's a power greater than you, having a deeper meaning, okay? And having personal growth. Okay? And trusting that we're always lucky. God is always happy. And if you and God are one and the same or connected, then you too must be happy. And trusting in the direction, and know that you're being guided, and choosing to learn through love. Love is all there is in truth, right? And so the people who are in ego mind, there's a lot of people going through karma. The universe is dishing out a lot of karma because people have not been embracing love at all. And it's very ironic that I'm seeing that this deck is primarily upside down. And I know that I shuffled it. And still,